Well, the Rangers hit the road tonight here in the windy city of Chicago. Rangers baseball presented by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. It's the opening game of this three-game series. What a week we expect in Chicago. Rangers and White Sox from Rate Field. All right, good evening, everybody. Great to have you along with us tonight. I'm Dave Raymond with Mike Bassett. Good to have you back.
Holy cow, we're back together again.
And I hardly recognize the guy. Hey, this series, pretty exciting. We've got a couple of teams right now sitting atop their divisions in August.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough series. As we take a look at our Chevy under the hood, we see that the Rangers are tied with Cleveland for that last wild card spot. They're also tied with Houston for the AL West lead. Now, the Rangers only have 6 in-division games remaining. The White Sox lead the Central by 3.5 games. They have 16 in-division games remaining. You look at the tiebreakers. Texas have the tiebreaker over Cleveland, but not against Houston.
Right, so in a tie with Houston atop the division, but Houston does have that tiebreaker, so that is kind of critical. We still have plenty of baseball yet to be played. The good news for the Rangers in that regard, though, is that not only do they have Corey Seager back and healthy, he's been swinging it really well.
He really has. As we look at our Chevy under the hood and we see our Ford leaderboard, as we see, we look at Corey Seager batting .429 since August 12th. That's the 4th best batting average in Major League Baseball. Hopefully, he can stay hot the rest of the way, and the Rangers can ride Corey Seager to another playoff spot and a playoff run.
Okay, that's what we have ahead of us. A little better than a month to go in the season. By the way, on the radio side, stay right there. You got Matt and Jared the rest of the way. On the TV side, plenty more from Mike, Laura, and myself, including Mike's big segment coming up. We're calling it Let's Get It Started. We're going to talk a little starting pitching from that homestand when we return.
Our Shiner Box Spotlight looks at the Texas Rangers starting pitchers on the homestand. They were tremendous. In their 35 1/3 innings of work in those 6 games, they had a 1.02 ERA, a K rate at 25%, and they had a batting average against at 198. Rangers starting pitching did great on the homestand, and here we are on the road. It's the south side of Chicago. It's the White Sox and Rangers lineups and first pitch next on Rangers Sports Network.
It takes commitment to excellence.
Rangers baseball on RSN is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling home and auto easy. Learn more at progressive.com. By Amazon. Spend less on your kids for back to school. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. Well, the upper Midwest here in Chicago at Rate Field. We're on the south side of the Windy City tonight for the opening game of this series. And I hesitate to even bring it up, Mike, because the weather here is just incredible. Mid-70s as we get ready to go here tonight. How about a look at these American League wild card standings? There are the Rangers tied currently with the Guardians. Both teams a game under 500. But as you can see, Toronto, Minnesota, Baltimore, Seattle, right there in the mix as well. It is a complete mess in the wild card.
It is, and we didn't even have room. Detroit's only 3.5 out.
Yeah.
Literally, there's only 3 teams in the American League that don't have a chance to make the playoffs. You have the A's, the Angels, and the Royals. Everybody else has a legitimate chance of making the playoffs here as we are getting towards the end of August. And right now, the Rangers are holding a spot.
And in the West Division, you have 3 of the 5 teams. It's 60% of the entire American League West Division within 3 games of the top spot to get a divisional spot in the postseason. And the Rangers right now tied with Houston, who, by the way, and maybe we'll talk about this later today, the Houston Astros today parting ways with their leader of their baseball side. I think he's their general manager, might be their president of baseball operations, Dana Brown. He is no longer with the Houston Astros, so they are frustrated, shaking things up. A little bit of panic right now in South Texas about what their ball club is doing. It is a wild mess, but I got to tell you, it is chaos and it is fun, I think, in the American League.
It is, and on that road trip, us Ranger fans, we were like, hey, all right, man, it's the Athletics and it's the Angels, and we're going to do some damage. No luck. And they're like, oh, no, the Astros are playing the same schedule at home. No luck for them either. See you later, Dana Brown. Sorry about it.
Yeah, well, and now the Rangers off on this road trip, and this is going to be a big one. The Rangers draw 2 very tough opponents, starting with these White Sox tonight. So let's take a look at the Trajan Wealth lineup for the Rangers. Again, their record 65 and 66, tied with Houston atop the division. Jock Peterson starting it off as a designated hitter. Corey Seager at shortstop, at second, and then it's Wyatt Langford in left. Nimmo, Duran, Carter in the middle. Berger at first base. Elias Diaz catching. Cody Freeman at second base will round things out.
A little bit of a nemesis for the Texas Rangers on the mound. It's 31-year-old Jose Urquidy. Now, he's starting this game. The last time he had an opener for him, he has a 5.06 ERA, only 2 walks in the 16 innings. So you're going to have to get base hits against him. 319 batting average against to get on base. You have a changeup, 4-seamer, sinker, curve, and sweeper. And you know Urquidy, that changeup is his best pitch. The defense for the White Sox on this Monday night, you have Sam Ananachi in left field, you have Peters, and then you have Braden Montgomery in right field, and then you have Vargas at third, Colson Montgomery at shortstop, Mydroff and Murakami on the right side of the infield, and not Tony, it's Drew Romo doing the catching for the White Sox.
It's my quarterback. All right, well, look at this sunny, beautiful sky. Mid-70s today. It's just, you know, rambling about town, and it is gorgeous. And I on the one hand, I hate to say it because I know what it's like back home. On the other hand, wish you were here as Jock Peterson stands in, and that one is high. Ball 1. 235 average, 22 homers, 46 RBIs for Jock. And the Rangers need him to get going again. Peterson really struggling through an 0 for 23 at the moment. That average has dropped nearly 20 points during this stretch. Urquidy comes way inside. 2-1. Oh, the right-hander, Jose Urquidy. Rangers have seen a lot of him over the years. It's his first start in 3 years. And this is popped up foul out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Urquidy, when he left Houston after the 23 season, has not started a game until tonight. 2-2 pitch, and that one's lifted down the left side, and that will make its way into the seats barely.
There's some wind today, but I can't tell helping, hurting, left to right.
I'm with you. It's a little hard to tell. I mean, it looks like it's blowing in, and that's what those flags would indicate in center field. But as I think fans have probably come to learn over the years, it swirls once it gets inside a ballpark. 2-2 pitch, and that just misses.
This is a city known for its wind.
Some people call it the Windy City.
Some.
I'd call it the second city. 3-2. Here's a pitch to Jock, and he'll take ball 4. So Peterson works his 47th walk of the season, and the Rangers have the first base runner of the night.
Oh, nice at bat. Got a foul off and got a base on ball.
Well, not likely to be moving anytime soon. And Seager, the hitter, and he'll go after the first pitch, lifts it high in the air right field. That's not going to go anywhere. Braden Montgomery comes in to make the catch. 1 away. And so here comes Langford. Wyatt has the average at 251 with 14 homers. You see, though, since the All-Star break, hits have been a little less frequent for him, just a 217 average.
Skip was talking about before the game they would love to carry over yesterday's offensive game, as they've struggled quite a bit for the month of August offensively.
They have. Rangers and the Angels have been the two lowest scoring and least productive offenses in August. The Rangers just a smidge better than the Angels, and to that end they just took that series from Los Angeles 2-1 with yesterday's 5-3 win. Ball and a strike on Langford. Urquidy deals, and there's a swing, and that's again lifted high and foul left side. So as you can see on a couple of these foul balls, not a huge crowd here tonight at Rate Field. This a first place White Sox team, kind of a shocking advance this year by this team. And people felt like maybe they were going to get better, but I don't know that anybody could have foreseen the great season they've put together. This is fouled back, and here they are leading the Central Division by 3.5 games coming into play. Second-year manager Will Venable has done a tremendous job. You look at those recent seasons: 101, 121, 102 losses, and now suddenly the first place team,
and with a bunch of guys who are 23 to 27 years old in the lineup.
Yeah, which one would suggest might mean they could be setting up for a nice long run here. We'll see. Urquidy's 1-2. Yeah, that's high.
Well, that ball was up, but if you don't remember, there's a lot of movement on that sinker. Left to right. I know it says sinker, but more of a running fastball than a sinking fastball.
Well, it's 2-2. And another pop foul. Boy, the Rangers just fighting off a lot of pitches here in the first inning.
So curveball 16% of the time for Urquidy. And he's starting, and he's been a bulk inning guy lately, but I feel like so far early in this game he's using that curveball quite a bit.
I feel like it's been a while since we've seen Urquidy. 2-2. Oh, that was close. Full count. Well, Rangers got a walk by Jock Peterson after a lengthy battle. Seager flew out to right field, and now Langford has just hung in there. That's a big pitch right here, and it's inside, ball 4. Second walk of the inning.
Really interesting from Urquidy, as you know, he's a changeup has been his major pitch throughout his career. It's been a good pitch for him this season, and he's going more to the curveball than he has the changeup there.
So, little quiz for you. What do you think the season high for walks in any one outing has been this year for Urquidy?
He only had 2 walks coming into the whole game. I mean, it wasn't a lot of innings, so 1, I would assume.
Here's a first pitch strike to Brandon Nimmo. I'm actually confused by those the numbers you're talking about there, where there is a line where they list his walks as 2 in the game notes. That must be in his time here, because
okay.
I'm looking back at his. Oh, never mind. It is. It's 2 for the year. Yeah. So that's doubled.
And I said you probably weren't going to get on base for free. You're going to have to get base hits. Well, so much for my report.
No. Do you even know who this guy is?
Yeah.
1 and 2 the count.
Wild thing Urquidy pitching tonight.
What happened to this guy? He's trying to shake the cobwebs out right there, and he gets the call he wants from Romo. The pitch outside. 2 and 2. Man, he is up over 20 pitches in the inning. Skip Schumacher talked about it. He is a master of upsetting timing. Here's his 2-2. Oh no, that one came in and got Nimmo on the elbow. Fortunately, did not appear to hurt him, and the bases are now loaded.
Well, you haven't scored yet, but boy, if you get 3 free base runners in an inning, you need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, no pressure or anything, but you have to get something out of this. And to that end, the Rangers probably feel pretty good about the fact that Duran's coming up here.
I asked you right before the game started. I said, who do you want up with the game on the line? It's the first inning. There's plenty of game.
Right.
But your answer was Ezekiel Duran right now.
That was my knee jerk. Yep.
It's okay.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
We're going to find out if you're right or not right here.
Home run yesterday. He had the 4-hit game on Friday. Like, he seems to have made a couple of adjustments. And we know that when Zeke's going well, he's really good. He had 400 on that homestand. He takes in the dirt, and that one gets away, but nobody advances. Everybody holds. Peterson, I think, wisely stayed put there at third base.
You are going to have to get a great read on this, and this one, you know, you do about all you can. Romo puts his chest on it and keeps it close enough. You're going to have to get a perfect read there to score, and you have to have pretty decent speed too.
Here's the 1-0. And a good changeup ties up Duran.
Slow curveball, changeup, big situation. Urquidy, it's almost like he'll show you a fastball to think you're going to get a fastball, but he's probably going to stay soft most of this at bat.
This one lined over first, but foul. 1 and 2 on Duran. As I mentioned, 8 for 20 on the homestand. That's a 400 average. Had a homer, a triple, a double, 3 walks, was hit by a pitch, stole a base. He had a very big homestand. On a homestand where there wasn't a whole lot of offense all around. Taps that foul.
Rangers are doing a good job on the soft stuff at the bottom of the zone, either laying off of it or fouling it off.
2 walks and a hit batter. Urquidy has made quite a mess of this first inning. Rangers trying to cash in. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Bouncer, shortstop, throw to second for 1 out. On to first, not in time. Duran called safe, but you might see the White Sox challenge this for the moment. The Rangers have the first run of the night.
No challenge. Will Venable says no, we're good to go. Great job by Zeke hustling. He was running as hard as he possibly could, and that's a great call. and give Zeke a lot of credit for how hard he worked to get down to first base.
Tell you what, I'll do even more than that. I'll give him an RBI. 1-0 Rangers.
Rangers score first.
And boy, has that been a key for this Rangers team this year. So a run in, men on the corners with 2 out. Here's Carter. And Evan pulls that foul. Man, base running so critical. There's that mark for the Rangers. 48-16 now this year in games in which they score first. That ball's hit well out to right field. That one is down up against the fence. It gets a run home in Langford. Duran got a good start, but they'll stop him at third. RBI double by Evan Carter, and it's 2-0 Rangers.
What a huge 2-out hit for Evan Carter to get another run on the board here. He gets the change up. It stays about belt high and hits it into that right field corner. And I thought there might be a chance for Duran to score from first base, but Braden Montgomery here, the Stanford Aggie, did a nice job of playing that off the wall.
I'm just trying to confuse people. As he pitch to Berger, that one is outside for a ball.
I thought I'd give you and Laura a little bit of credit for his first 2 years in college.
Yeah, he was a well-decorated Stanford Cardinal, but then transferred to A&M, where I suspect, I don't know all the finances, but I'm guessing he made a little more money there.
I might have heard it was for educational purposes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Duran at third, Carter at second. Berger with a chance to really cash in here. 1-1 pitch. Fouled right toward the Rangers dugout.
The other thing, too, you got 2 in this inning. You can maybe get 2 or 3 more. Urquidy's about to throw his 33rd pitch here.
First start in 3 years. And he's laboring. The 1-2. That's high.
That's the show me.
So never intended for that to really challenge Berger.
He wanted to see if he would chase, but I'm assuming curveball or changeup to get him out.
Now Berger uses his timeout. Steps away for a moment. Urquidy, 33 pitches.
So far 11 changeups, 7 curves, and 3 sweepers.
Wow, 11 changeups in that mix. 2-2. And that's in there. Strike 3 called. Berger challenges it. Our first ABS challenge of the night, powered by T-Mobile. And Berger with a good challenge. That one missed.
By a good margin, too.
Yeah, they don't give you the distance if it's over 3 inches. So that was a pretty wide miss. And it's a full count. One more shot for Berger. Here it is. And that's ball 4. They're loaded again.
4 free passes, 3 walks and 1 hit by pitch.
See the Rangers ABS challenge scorecard, if you will. 236 challenges. That's second fewest in baseball, but their success rate has been tremendous. 57% success rate. They're loaded up for Elias Diaz, and he takes strike 1. Diaz, 8th place hitter, as Urquidy is edging ever closer to 40 pitches in the inning. Duran, Carter, and Berger, the runners. And it's 0-2.
0-2 count, and nobody's even playing catch in the White Sox bullpen, so I would assume he would have to get to another hitter for them to maybe make a phone call.
Man, that is some patience for Will Venable. 0-2. And Diaz pops it up right side of the infield. Murakami gloves it, and that ends the inning. The Rangers cash in 2 runs thanks to 3 walks, a hit, batter, and a double. Goodness, what a top of the first. Well, there's the guy who delivered the big hit there in the first inning. Evan Carter with that RBI double. 2-0. Rangers off to a good start tonight, and that's pleasant news for Kumar Rocker.
6'5" righty, making his 25th appearance of the year, 23rd start, 4.46 ERA, 109 strikeouts, mostly with that slider, and 48 walks. You see the slider, 6th highest usage among MLB starters. Sinker, cutter, four seam, and change.
All right, well, the Chicago White Sox, this is a good ball club, 68-62, and they have a 3.5 game lead in the division. The Trajan Wealth lineup for Chicago: Sam Adenauchi leading it off in left field, Murakami at first base, Vargas the DH, a very dangerous hitter. It's Benintendi, Montgomery, the law firm, in the middle of the order. Mydrop, Peters, and Drew Romo rounded out. So a 2-0 lead to get us going, and big number 80, Kumar Rocker, goes to work, and a swing and a foul tip into the mitt. Strike one on Adenauchi.
You got to watch about throwing the ball inside to Adenauchi. He has 24 hit by pitches this year.
Fights that one off, 0-2. That's a pretty big number, so he obviously likes to use that elbow guard.
And might have some dents on that one.
Yeah. Pretty good number right there for a leadoff man in particular. That 17% chase rate, second lowest in the league. Rocker's 2-strike pitch.
I don't know the White Sox farm system and what they really, talk about, but Mydrop and Adenauchi, they have quite a few guys that they've developed over the last few years that are very good at making contact and knowing the strike zone.
Seems like it might well be an emphasis of theirs. That one just missed. Rocker a little bit off the outside, 2-2. Big start for Kumar. He had a really good one against the White Sox recently at home. And that's lined out to left field. Langford able to get back and make the catch. One away.
Well, let's take a look at all the Rangers defense. You just saw Langford make the play in left. You got Carter in center and Nimmo in right. Infield left to right is Duran, Seager, Freeman at second, Berger at first, and Diaz with the computer box tonight.
All right, well, after getting that first out of the night, Kumar Rocker can now deal with another left-handed hitter, Munetaka Murakami, who is a big power threat. 29 homers, 58 RBIs. The average, though, is dipped to 223 for him. He does strike out a lot. There's plenty of swing and miss. He launches a strike, 1-1.
He holds his hands very similar to Ohtani at the start. I wouldn't say his lower half is exactly the same, but that's very Ohtani-like where his hands start.
Takes another strike, 1-2. Yep, I can see it. A little bit away from the body, up. We'll take a slider in the dirt.
It's kind of like when my kids were really little and they'd have, a little foam ball and you kind of make the hoop for them with your hands.
Yeah.
Here it is, man. This is a big target. Just toss it in here. Chest is the backboard.
Well, it's a great dad job right there. 2-2. And that's tight. So I mentioned that Murakami, he strikes out a lot. He also walks a lot. He is a disciplined hitter. He takes a lot of pitches. He seems to have a really strong idea of the strike zone. It's just that there is swing and miss. He takes pretty healthy hacks. Rocker's 3-2. And there's one of those swings and misses. And Murakami strikes out, 2 away.
Oh, nice four-seam fastball from Rocker right there. Away with the fastball. If you combine both the sinker and four-seamer, that's his 24th strikeout with the fastball. 77 for Rocker strikeouts with the slider.
All right, well, he now contends with Vargas, who hits it right up the middle. That's a base hit. Miguel Vargas with a 2-out single. What a year that guy's having. So he's aboard.
Well, that's not a bad first pitch there, catching the bottom of the zone. And base hit for Vargas, and right now he is their hottest hitter. And they got their 2-hole and 3-hole guys both looking for their 30th home run of the season.
That's pretty impressive, man. They have mashed the baseball. Andrew Benintendi, one of the few real veteran players on this roster. He scoots away from ball 1. Another left-handed batter. And he swings and drives out deep out to right. Nimmo back to the wall, reaches up, and he got it! What a play by Brandon Nimmo! He saves 2 runs and he ends the inning.
What a great read and a perfectly timed leap. Brandon Nimmo at the wall brings it back, and the Rangers still lead 2-0. The final meeting with the Athletics comes your way beginning August 31st. Get your tickets at Rangers.com.
Well, Brandon Nimmo, what a play a moment ago to end that bottom of the first inning. I'll go to work in the second. Cody Freeman, accidental swing, rolls it down to first, and Murakami goes to the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will turn the lineup over. So the Rangers 2 runs in the first inning. They did it on 1 hit. The first 2 base runners they got reached via the walk, and both of them scored. They also had a hit batter and another walk in the inning. It was an Evan Carter double that plated a run. A Duran fielder's choice who got a run in. Urquidy 38 pitches in the first inning.
Well, he faced the lineup 1 time through. He threw 37 pitches to 7 hitters, and he threw 2 pitches total to Seager and Freeman.
Well, I guess he could be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Jock, in a lengthy battle in the first inning, worked a walk. And he fouls that one back out of play. Just a little note for those of you watching the game along with us. Great to have you tonight. And we are working through some technical difficulties at the moment, in particular with the replay machine. And this is lifted down the left field line, foul and out of play. We'll have a little less control over what replays we get access to early on here tonight. Hopefully we can unplug it, plug it back in, and that usually works for me at home. 0-2. That's tight.
I learned from my grandfather that I think if you cuss at something long enough and hit it hard enough, that there's a chance it works again.
Yeah. Just gotta work up enough of a good storm of cuss words that you scare somebody in the room. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, strike 3 called. Peterson strikes out looking.
Are they saying it's too late? He's saying it's too late. He did challenge.
Well, it looked like he tried to challenge. I'll be honest with you, it wasn't that convincing to me. It was almost like he went to the bill of the cap.
Yeah.
But that is a little ticky-tack, I feel like, with these umpires. I get it. Gotta have some standard there somewhere. So 2-gun, Chris Guccione did not allow it. Seager swings at the next pitch. That's a towering shot. Deep to right. It is foul. Strike 1. Just missed.
Well, the second pitch Seager sees tonight. Almost put a run on the board.
Well, that's the kind of swing that might make Urquidy just to a little more hesitant in terms of how aggressive he wants to be with Corey.
They might be reviewing it.
Oh, look at this.
This will be a crew chief review of the home foul ball call.
Okay, so yeah, saw Skip Schumacher come out to talk to Guccione, and he convinced him that maybe they could review it. This is not a Rangers challenge here, just a boundary call.
It looks foul from that replay, but it didn't.
Let's see.
I can't tell anything from that angle, except hopefully the little kid didn't get hit by the ball.
They've shown a couple looks here in the ballpark. None of them satisfactory.
No. Well, hopefully.
Now Guccione looking back, and that was in response to Jock Peterson not happy from the previous at bat.
Well, we had this in Sacramento, and after a few times we did end up seeing that it hit nick the foul ball. But
yeah, like I can see why the Rangers asked for a challenge on this. Where that ball ended up on those steps is curious.
It did look like there might have been a little bit of a ricochet to the right, but
listen, as close as they can get on the strike zone. With the balls and strikes.
I think it's interesting. After you announced we are having technical difficulties, we don't have a replay center for us.
Yeah.
Like, we cannot show you replays.
Call is confirmed, foul ball.
Okay. So there you go. Just a long strike, 0-1 on Seager. I always appreciate it, though, when the umpires are willing to just say, oh, crew chief review. One strike pitch, and Corey lines that out into right field. Well, I feel like he is really dialed in right now. Had a nice home stand, and that's another good swing right there.
Well, 3 swings, 1 hit.
Yeah.
1 for 2. Yeah, Corey Seager right now looks pretty locked in.
So, Seager aboard for Wyatt Langford. Corey having a little chat with Scott Berry down there at first base. And the first pitch, this is up, ball 1.
Dave, they are playing Langford very deep in left field and center field here. They're almost in kind of a no doubles approach.
Ground ball, left of short. A spinning play, throw to second, not in time. Boy, that was a slow developing grounder, and Langford reaches on an infield hit.
It is amazing how Corey Seager knows how to run just hard enough to beat things out by half a step. And Corey Seager is safe there. Nice play by Colson Montgomery, but Seager knows exactly how hard to run to be safe.
Well, I'll tell you what, the last inning, the Rangers ended up getting 2 runs, and it all hinged on Duran getting to first just an eyelash ahead of the throw. Otherwise, that inning's done. Nobody scores. This inning, Seager gets to second in a similar fashion, keeping the inning going for Nimmo. And Brandon takes ball 1. And so maybe that will result in the Rangers cashing something in. How about that? 130 infield hits this year for this Rangers team. There's a strike, 1-1. Brandon hit by a pitch in the first inning. Then made a spectacular play in the bottom of the inning. Didn't go there, 2-1.
Yeah, you do get runs batted in, but you can put him on the board already for 2.
Yeah, his game today has been worth 2 runs. 3 balls and a strike.
This was almost a very quick inning for Urquidy. He's frustrated with himself. He really cannot consistently find the zone the way he wants to. And now going to throw 15 pitches where it looked like he might have had a 7-pitch inning.
Nimmo geared up on that 3-1 pitch, but held off.
I don't mind that at all. This helps out Corey Seager a lot on a base hit.
Start now.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody will be off and moving here. Seager from second, Langford from first, with 2 outs in the inning. Urquidy delivers 3-2, and that is ball 4. An ABS challenge, though, as Romo tapped his helmet. No, he wants to make sure, and this might just be sympathy for his pitcher. That one not close. So the White Sox lose a challenge. The Rangers have loaded the bases again. 3rd time tonight. And Urquidy's long night getting longer still.
You asked for Duran to be up in special moments tonight.
Well, Zeke takes ball 1.
Calls the ball, the catch is challenging.
Oh, and another challenge. Romo going right back to the well. Consecutive pitches, an ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
Overturned. Chicago has 1 remaining challenge.
And he got it right that time. Strike 1 on Zeke. And now it's 0-2.
Last at bat for Zeke after getting an 0-2 count. Urquidy elevated a fastball above the zone. Zeke fouled it off to the right side. Don't know if it's going to be the exact same sequence here, but Urquidy does like here elevating a fastball above the zone to set up something soft down. But if he gets a chase, he gets a chase.
Okay, the 0-2. Yeah, that wasn't even close, though. 1-2. It was elevated.
As much as we talk about, oh, now with all the analytics, they try to stay away from sequences and the same patterns. There's still a lot of the same patterns by the same guys.
So now you're looking soft away. Breaking ball, bounced up the middle. A sliding stop, and everybody's safe. A run scores. Mydroth lost his footing. And the Rangers add another run. It's 3-0.
Well, the accidental swing ends up being another run for the Rangers, and Mydroth just slips on the infield dirt. Great job by Nimmo running hard, so there was no play at second. And the Rangers are taking advantage.
Boy, have they been gifted some breaks here early tonight. Goes as a base hit for Zeke. Evan Carter now with the bases loaded, and he takes strike 1. Carter had the double last inning. In fact, that was the only hit of the inning. In the first, the Rangers plated a couple. And that's a ball and a challenge again by Romo.
Calls the ball, the catch is challenging.
Well, looks like a pretty good challenge. An ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Let's see. Ooh, wow, that was close, but he got it right.
Chicago has 1 remaining challenge.
Man, Romo, he's got some courage back there.
And these are big situations. You know, that was a great challenge by Berger in the first inning, and these are big situations for the White Sox to try to keep it close.
Uh-oh, a balk. No, an ejection. Did you just throw Urquidy?
No,
he threw Peterson.
Yeah.
Jock Peterson just tossed from the Rangers bench. Ugh. Emphatically, too, I might add.
I'm sure there's not just frustration from the strikeout that he felt like he got a challenge in, but also he's in a little bit of a slump right now.
Yeah. Now the 1-2, and that is downstairs. So here we go again. And there goes Jock. He knew it. Langford, Nimmo, and Duran out on the bases. The 2-2 pitch fouled back our direction.
You know, it looked like there was also a little bit of frustration from Skip Schumacher there, just because you know that you might have to use your bench later for Peterson with a Foscue coming up to hit, and now he kind of loses that, and he's probably going to have to put in like a Foscue right now into the game.
Yeah, that's frustrating. Another foul ball here. Boy, Urquidy's pitch count is just, I mean, remarkable. 38 in the first inning, 26 pitches here in the second inning.
You said earlier today, man, it's going to take a lot to sweat in this great weather. I think Urquidy's sweating.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. 2-2. Little tapper out in front of the plate, and the easy move is right back to the dish for Romo. That ends the inning. The Rangers take another run. Urquidy laboring in these first 2 innings, and the Rangers enjoying a 3-0 lead.
Get ahead, stay ahead, finish the at-bat. That is the motto for Rangers pitchers this season, but recently Kumar Rocker has struggled with the first part of that. His last 3 starts, his first strike percentage has been down at 50% or lower, and Skip Schumacher says it's when he's nibbling on the edge of the strike zone, that's when he gets in trouble. But Skip actually pointed to Cal Quantrill as an example for Rocker. He said the way that Quantrill is on the attack and can locate his fastball anywhere he wants, Rocker also has that ability, but it all starts with being on the attack from pitch 1.
Well, there goes strike 1 right there.
Great job. And like Laura's talking about, you get to dictate more of the at-bat when you're 0-1. The hitter, I'm not saying gets to dictate at 1-0, but they definitely get to start dictating what you're throwing if they get to 2-0. Bud Black always, he taught me early on. He was a Cleveland pitching coordinator. He was like, hey, I don't mind if you don't throw strike 1 the first pitch, but you better throw strike 1 the second pitch.
A soft liner into left field by Braden Montgomery. White Sox have their second hit of the night.
Well, not hit hard. It's the slider off the end of the bat. But there's been some balls in this game now that have been softly put in play and have made a difference for the Rangers. And the hardest hit ball in this game, Nimmo robbed it.
Tremendous play in the first inning. Bringing back a home run off the bat of Andrew Benintendi. Saved that 2-run homer to end the inning and preserved the Rangers' lead. Want to know to Colson Montgomery, and he'll foul this one off. He evens the count at a ball and a strike. Colson Montgomery hitting .213 with 27 home runs, 72 RBIs. Another guy who strikes out a lot, but he is a threat. A White Sox lineup, man. Some guys really putting up numbers. It's up and out. Ball 2.
Dave, are you just hoping that at some point Jordan Montgomery gets into one of these games and faces Montgomery and Montgomery versus Montgomery?
And then we'd have something. 2-2. Hey, our TXU Energy power stats. The 174 home runs for the White Sox, third most in baseball. And boy, you got Vargas, Murakami at 29, Montgomery with 27. What is it's a lineup with a lot of power up and down. And to wit, they have led this division most of the summer, a 68-62 record. Stays 2-2.
It will be interesting. They have a little bit of a cushion, but through baseball, you've seen teams with 7-game leads with 20 games to go and not be able to hold on. Is they are counting on a bunch of young guys in their lineup and not the strongest starting pitching to get them through the last 30-plus games.
Rocker's 2-2, and he strikes out Colson Montgomery. Second strikeout for Rocker tonight.
And both with fastballs.
It's funny because you know, other broadcasters or whatever will ask us for scouting reports, and with Rocker it's usually like, hey, just look for that slider, man. If that slider's working, could be a long night for your team. But boy, he's got the fastball going today. 95, that one in there for a strike to Mydroth. Chase Mydroth, 269 average with 12 homers. And a toss over there to first base. Couple of vocal fans, they really dislike that move. It wasn't exactly an A move. Rocker's one strike pitch, and it's outside.
Well, that was a nice job by Diaz there with the backhand catch. Just like I talked about the young team, the White Sox playing down the stretch, this young team is pretty athletic. And they will take extra bases. They will be aggressive on the bases.
Yeah, they've got some guys who can run a little bit. 1-1 here, and that's pulled foul. Strike two.
Great job running the sinker hard in on the hands. This does set up his strikeout slider.
Well, let's see if he goes with it right here. They're setting up away. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. It was the slider, and Mydroth tied up on that one. Third strikeout for Kumar.
That was the backup slider. And look at our Choctaw Casinos and Resorts game within the game. The slider this season, 41% whiff rate. 7th highest for Major League starters, and the White Sox versus slider, 36% whiff rate, 2nd highest. So this does set up strength against weakness for Rocker.
Tristan Peters lifts that one high in the air, deep out to right field, and Nemo is back, but he can't get to that one. 10th home run of the year for Tristan Peters. A 2-run shot cuts into that Rangers lead. It's 3-2.
Well, there's nothing Nemo could do about this one. This is a hanging slider, thigh high, and Peters leans back on the follow through. And in the beautiful Chicago sky, this one finds the stands.
Well, they've celebrated a lot of home runs this summer on the south side. Drew Romo takes a strike from Rocker. Romo, the 9th place hitter. And that's a bit of a troubling number there. 10 home runs in the last 9 games for Kumar. 1-1 the count.
Well, that was the first pitch for the home run, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, I felt like it was the first pitch. That's a bouncer right side.
That can be the danger. This is always the balancing act with a pitching coach. As you know, Romo, not the best hitter, drives this one into right field. He misses his spot pretty good there. He's trying to go on the outside corner and misses on the inside corner. If you start saying, I need first pitch strikes, sometimes you go, well, then I'm going to go more middle. And if that guy's ready to hit, then sometimes, you know, they can take advantage of it. So there's that balancing act. We want first pitch strikes, but we want first pitch quality strikes.
Yeah. So now we're ready for the second trip through the lineup for Rocker. Rocker, by the way, yielded 4 hits, including that homer by Peters the first time through. Kind of an all or nothing journey there. 3 strikeouts to 4 hits. 1-0, and that's bounced down to first base. Berger has it, and he'll have it his way. Goes right to the bag to get Antonacci. The inning is done. The 2-run homer by Peters, though, gets the White Sox back in it. We go to the 3rd. It's a 1-run game. I'll say this much: we've played 2 innings so far tonight. This is fascinating. I mean, what a wild one so far. We've had an ejection, a stolen home run. The Rangers have taken advantage of a ton of walks and hit batters. You got a pitch count that's out of control for the opposing starter. You've got Rocker, who's maybe been fortunate at times. And we are just underway.
Yeah. And Urquidy's getting close to throwing as many pitches as you need in 9 innings.
Yeah. So he'll go to work on Jake Burger. I do wonder too, with, we talk about it all the time when we're talking about pitch count, is the cumulative effect. It seems like after 2 lengthy innings that he could be in a place of vulnerability here where, it's hard to maintain the intensity pitch by pitch. You might make a mistake to a guy like Burger or somebody else. Righty's 0-2. And he strikes out Jake. 1 away. The second strikeout tonight.
Well, the other thing too, if you're back at home watching, make sure you're really watching. If you're kind of scrolling on your phone and you hear us say something and you want to see it again, good luck, because it might not be happening tonight.
A little trouble right now with the replay machine. Might be back up eventually.
Can't be multitasking tonight.
No. Elias Diaz rips that down the left field line. Foul. Good swing. But a long strike. Diaz had a big day yesterday. Hit his 6th home run of the year. Has 22 RBIs now. Urquidy right back at him and got him to swing and miss at that breaking ball. 0-2. Ooh, and Diaz and Guccione in somewhat confrontational conversation there. And Urquidy, it was interesting because after he got that swinging strike, he looked in like he was miffed with somebody. Like I don't know, maybe he's got beef with Diaz. And maybe that's what Guccione was talking to Diaz about, like, hey, just let's not do this. That just misses 1 and 2.
It seems like in this inning, he's scratched the curveball and gone more sweeper.
Yeah, well, that's what we've seen. Yeah, early yet, but indeed. How about that? At a season high of pitches outside. There's that sweeper again.
It's almost like, okay, the curveball, I'll show him first time through, and he got through the lineup pretty quickly first time through, as in second inning. I'm already facing him again.
Full count. Diaz and Guccione continuing to talk between pitches.
I don't think he likes Urquidy's pace.
Oh, like maybe quick pitching.
Like, hey, I'm supposed to be able to look at him before he starts his motion and everything.
Payoff. And that's fouled off.
So I think that's kind of the, hey, he has to follow the rules.
Yeah.
You can't just let him start his motion if I'm not ready.
Yeah, and that might be a fair complaint too for Diaz. Urquidy's actually fairly public about it. He's like, yeah, no, I'll quick pitch guys. I'll slow play it as long as possible. This looks like one where he wants to slow play. Oh, boy. Oh. He came right in on Elias and hit him. And again, there's just something about the exchange from the second pitch on, and now Urquidy looking over. I think these two might not have a lot of love for one another.
Now the dugout's yelling at Urquidy. That one gets him in kind of the forearm elbow area, and Urquidy's not backing down. He's yelling at the Rangers dugout. The dugout's yelling back at him. It's the dog days of August, and I'll tell you what, this early in this game, to start a series, this is where you can have some action of 52 guys on the field at one time.
South side of Chicago, baby. Well, if you're going to get it anywhere, there's always some tension in this ballpark. So Diaz at first, and here's Cody Freeman. And Cody takes strike one. Yeah, there was something in that at bat that made me think. And Urquidy, let's face it, he's probably not going to get another chance to face Diaz tonight. Not with as many pitches as he's thrown, and you can see Guccione's like, yeah, hey man.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
He's trying to see when the hitter hasn't made eye contact yet to hurry up and throw the ball.
Yeah, and this again, you know, pitchers, you guys always looking for advantages, a little sleight of hand.
And let's face it, Urquidy, man, he's done a good job of staying in the big leagues and figuring out a way how to pitch with his stuff. In today's game, he's 92, 93. That's below average for a right-handed fastball. His off-speed stuff, his changeup's really good. His breaking balls are okay at best. And so you have to find different ways how to get guys out.
Yeah, he's not the same guy we saw, you know, in 23 and years prior. 2-1 pitch, and that misses. A 38 pitch first inning, a 27 pitch second inning.
This is going to be pitch 80, and there's nobody even playing catch.
Yeah,
in the White Sox pen.
It's really interesting because he's already passed his season high. 3-1, and that's ripped over third, foul. Full count.
And I know Freeman only saw one pitch on his check swing first at bat, but here he is, 3-2. Everybody for the Rangers too at this point, I guess, besides the guy on deck, Foscue, who's going to get his first at bat for Peterson. They've seen everything Urquidy has. They're not going to be fooled by a new pitch tonight. Good job by Freeman. Now he's kind of like, I'm not going to let you get into a rhythm either.
I like it. Diaz at first. 3-2 pitch. And that's on the ground and through the left side. Base hit for Cody. Diaz drops anchor at second. Rangers have a couple of base runners here for the top of the lineup. Foscue will bat for Jock Peterson. Before he does so, let's move over for Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. So Jock Peterson ejected last inning. And Foscue will take over for him going forward. Got a couple of men on, one out, third inning. And he pops that one up. Third base side. Coming in quickly, Vargas, and he makes the catch. 2 gone.
It is a tough sky right now.
Yep.
This is the time right now where you can lose a fly ball.
Yeah, that dusk sky, not quite fully dark yet. Just the color of a baseball. So 2 men on, and Corey Seager to the plate, and he takes a ball. And now a challenge by Romo.
That seemed a little late, but he might have said it verbally too.
Yeah. An ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile, and it was a strike. And before the game, I asked you, who do you want up in a big spot? And you said, well, I think I would start with Seager.
Yeah.
So here you go, Mike. He takes up and out. My guy came through.
Well, my guy right now, for the first time, is not swinging at pitches. His first 2 at bats, he's like, I'm ready.
He is flied out and singled.
He's going to take this change up, change out. He doesn't. I know he threw the first pitch for a strike. And he's tired right now, too. A mistake is ready to happen, and hopefully Seager can take advantage of it.
It's been a while since I've seen a pitcher at 85 pitches in the third inning. 2-1. And that's low. 3-1. Boy, now he has a decision to make here. I mean, he's desperate just to.
I would be shocked if he throws a fastball for a strike. I could see him throwing off speed like a changeup here for a strike, but not a fastball.
He's in danger of loading the bases. Big pitch. The 3-1. And that is lined out to the alley left field. That's a base hit. Diaz will score easily. Freeman got a great start. He rounds third. He'll score. 2-run double for Corey Seager. And the Rangers answer. It's 5-2.
He threw him a fastball. 94 on the dish for a strike. And Corey Seager, with the hot bat in the month of August, comes through, drills one in that left center gap. Diaz scores easily, and so does Freeman, running hard the whole way. That little rascal.
Boy, is that a big hit. No shutdown inning for Urquidy. Rangers have scored in every inning so far, and there's strike one to Wyatt Langford.
I mean, you're hitting off a guy right now with fumes at best in the tank.
I am a little baffled at what's going on the White Sox side of things here. 0-2. I mean, I get not wanting to ravage your bullpen in game one of a series, but they're just hanging Urquidy out to dry.
And this does feel like a game. I love the Rangers have 5 early. It feels like a lot of runs are going to score in this game.
Langford pops it up. Vargas is over. And that is on top of the dugout. Boy, just foul.
This could be this has the feeling of an old school 1990s White Sox Rangers game.
Yeah. 9-7 kind of thing.
I'll tell you, if anybody accidentally gets hit by a pitch, there could be some guys very unhappy.
1-2. Man. Urquidy left out there to soak up the damage, but I mean, you're it seems to me risking injury too for the guy.
You might have to start throwing left-handed against somebody.
Will Venable. I'm sure he and Urquidy have discussed this, but my goodness.
It's pretty crazy to be at 93 here.
Swinging a high fly ball, center field. And Peters makes the catch. The inning is over, but the Rangers add 2 more. On the big Seager double. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, 5-2. Rangers baseball on RSN is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Texas. What a good start to this one. Rangers up 5-2. And now some activity in that White Sox bullpen. Urquidy has to be done after 93 pitches in the first 3 innings for him. Bottom of the 3rd here. Rocker back to working with a 3-run lead as he was last inning. And his first offering to Murakami misses for a ball. Opening game in this 3-game series in Chicago. And one hopper down to first, knocked down by Berger, and Murakami has an infield hit. Might go as an error. We'll wait and see.
Well, Berger gets his glove on it. Obviously, it didn't stick into the pocket. And right here, he can't find it either. That was the issue. By the time he did find it, it was not going to be in time.
It has scored a base hit. So Murakami is on, and here comes Miguel Vargas. Vargas had a sharp single up the middle in the first inning. And he has probably been, you know, a lot of guys have had really good years this year, but you could make a pretty good argument that Vargas has been their most consistent hitter, and Rocker comes up and in there with a slider.
You know, I've said it the last start that I had Rocker. We do have to remember he is being stretched beyond anything he's ever been stretched in professional baseball, and college baseball ends at the end of May. So the slider does not have the bite that you'd like for it to have tonight. And this is a growth moment when you have to pitch and your best pitch is not really there.
Here's a 2-0. And that one's tied on Vargas. 3-0. Now everything in so far on this right-handed hitter. Their DH, Vargas. And there's a strike. Cutter that time. 3-1.
That looked like a really nice pitch. I'd almost go, gosh, how much do we try to go back to the slider and maybe just use that 88-mile-an-hour cutter as more of our get them off the fastball pitch?
And that's ball 4.
Tried it again. It didn't work.
Should say the by the way, the third baseman, Vargas. So infield hit and a walk. And Jordan Teagues will head out there for a chat.
This is so tough, especially as your bullpen, all 30 bullpens are wore out in baseball. There's not one bullpen that feels good and fresh at this point. But Rocker looks like the stuff isn't there. The slider definitely isn't there. You have a 5-2 lead. And I'm not saying you bring in a guy right now. Obviously, nobody's ready. But I just wonder how much goes through Skip Schumacher's mind as you're in a race for your division. You're in a race against 8 teams for the wild card spot on how quick maybe you go to a bullpen guy.
Let's see. Rod Barajas over there chatting with Skip. And they're no doubt discussing the types of things you're talking about. You're right. You want to hold off as long as you can, especially, you know, working with a 3-run lead. But the tying runs at the plate now. And Benintendi nearly hit one out in the first inning. And he takes strike 1 here. He hit that blast to the fence with 2 out in the first. And then Nimmo went up and made a spectacular home run saving catch. One strike pitch.
Now the other thing that Skip is looking at too is the first batter, Murakami, did hit a one-hopper that you would assume is going to be an out most of the time, which does change the inning for your pitcher. That 1 out, nobody on versus facing a guy with 29 home runs, runner on first.
Yeah. Benintendi takes strike 2. Well, the sun has finally set around here. Now it looks like it's gotten a little cloudy off in the distance. That's behind us. A little lighter out that direction. The 1-2. And this one's fouled back our direction.
Oh, geez. Dave, you're not supposed to get out of the way.
I couldn't get out of my chair. That was embarrassing. But thank God it hit
that
just
almost
below
got
us.
Your computer.
I know. It hit just below us, so fortunately. Good Lord, I almost fell out of my... I couldn't get out. Bouncer left side of the infield. Seager has it. Back to second, 1. No relay to first. So Vargas erased from the bases, 6-4.
Nice decision by Cody Freeman. Sometimes younger players want to make spectacular plays, and there was 0 chance of getting a double play there, and he smartly held the ball and then looked at Murakami at third base to see if he was going to overturn the base to throw it to third.
All right, well, good to get the one out anyway. And now Braden Montgomery, you hope for a ground ball and a chance to maybe turn 2 here. Montgomery had a base hit in the 2nd inning. Former Aggie from Texas A&M. Rockers 1-0, and that one is lashed foul.
Here's the other thing too, and Skip Schumacher talked about it before the game, is Rocker isn't confident yet in his split change. But this is one of those games right now. You have, 5 lefties, 2 switch hitters, so 7 guys batting lefty. Boy, I'd love for him to get a good feel for that pitch.
2-1.
And I'm not expecting it to happen tonight, but as his career progresses, that is going to be a big pitch for him, is to figure out that split finger and to throw it against lefties.
Here's a 2-1. And that's fouled straight down.
One of his best sliders of the night. That one was sharp and had good break at the end. Can he repeat that same pitch with the same break?
Montgomery ready. They set up in on him. And that's downstairs. 3-2. He tried it again.
Good try. You know, you'd love right here, whatever you feel best about tonight. Quality pitch, quality location, and you hope to get a 2-hopper right to one of your infielders.
Murakami, the runner at third. Benintendi at first base. Here's a 3-2. Bases are loaded. A walk of Montgomery. Second walk in the inning.
This is always so easy to say up here. He just tried too hard on that pitch. It ended up being 96, so you saw a tick up in velocity, but that's not what you needed right there. You needed a quality location more than maybe 1 or 2 more miles an hour.
So they're loaded up for a very dangerous Colson Montgomery. Having a huge year. And Montgomery, first pitch swinging, pops it foul, back out of play. 27 home runs this year for Montgomery. Had 21 home runs last year, but that was in just 71 games. But he has emerged as a real power threat in the American League. Fouled back again. 0-2. Montgomery, a guy who was committed to play baseball at Indiana University, but instead, after being drafted out of high school, signed with the White Sox. He was also, what was interesting about that whole episode was, yeah, he was going to go to Indiana and play baseball. He was also a preferred walk-on invite to play basketball for the Hoosiers. And the Hoosiers always, as a kid growing up, his favorite team. That was a lot to coax him out of that opportunity. The 0-2 popped up, foul again.
Very good athlete, 6'3", 230. I'm assuming in high school as a basketball player, probably wasn't 230 pounds at 6'3".
No, doubt it. Well, you see right there, you know, there are some swings and misses on this lineup. And there's one right there. Montgomery strikes out for the second out of the inning. And that's the second time today that he's punched out.
Well, Montgomery, Colson will definitely chase, and Rocker throws a great chase slider on the plate below the zone.
So his 4th strikeout tonight. Now he'll get a visit with Mydroth coming up. Elias Diaz heads out there. There is activity in the Rangers pen as Alstrom has started to throw. 5-2 Rangers on top.
I love this meeting. I also love what Skip Schumacher's doing here. You're giving a break to Rocker, making sure that he knows everything you want to do. This is a big situation. The other thing too, that did give Alstrom another minute or so to get ready for Peters if Peters comes up in this inning.
Yeah, if Peters comes up, it's left, 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 left coming up. So Rocker, this is his last hitter.
Now, if he gets
now, you're right. If he gets out of the inning,
if he gets Mydroth out here, I think he'll go back out there for the 4th.
There's a huge at bat for Kamar, for that matter, for the Rangers. Bases loaded, 2 out.
Mydroth, he has a good eye. It's going to be tough to get him to chase. Throw a good sinker here. Hopefully he hits the top of the baseball.
Well, he struck him out last time. Here's a 2-0. And that's right in there. Boy, that's about as crisp as he has thrown that fastball today.
Yeah, this is a challenge fastball here. And Mydroth takes.
Yeah, he put a little behind that. 2-1. And went with a slider and a no swing. Looked like a little indecision down there by Scott Berry.
Well, let's see how close it was. That's a great call.
Murakami at third base, Benintendi at second. Braden Montgomery, the runner at first. There's a strike, full count.
Looked like Mydroth might have been taking the whole way. Catches, whoop, did not catch with the bottom of the zone, but it didn't matter.
Oh, it was a strike. I saw it. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Runners going, a swing and a miss. What a big strikeout for Kamar Rocker. Woo, got himself out of a big bases loaded jam in the 3rd. And maybe he stays in this game. We go to the 4th inning with the Rangers holding on to the 5-2 lead.
'27 season tickets are now on sale. Choose from a variety of flexible membership options and enjoy benefits like discounts and postseason pre-sales. Learn more at Rangers.com. We have a call to the bullpen for the Chicago White Sox. Lefty, number 62, Tyler Schweitzer on the mound, making his 14th appearance of the season, 3.25 ERA. Not a big strikeout guy when you look at the innings pitched to only 14 strikeouts.
Well, he goes to work in this 4th inning with a strike to Brandon Nimmo. Nimmo, Duran, and Carter in the 4th. 5-2 Rangers on top. What a wildly entertaining first 3 innings so far tonight. 0-2 on Nimmo. And Nimmo's great catch. You had Rocker getting out of the bases loaded jam right there with back-to-back strikeouts. And the Rangers have scored in every inning. They've knocked Urquidy out of the game after 3. Urquidy with 93 pitches in 3 innings. 0-2 pitch. And that is fouled away. Meanwhile, Rocker, when he went down into the dugout, looked like he got some handshakes, hugs, and high fives as if he may be done. So 2 starters out of the game after the 3rd inning. Potentially. We'll wait and see what happens with Kamar. Breaking ball, and that sweeper misses up and in. Well, you have two teams leading their divisions. A lot on the line as we enter these last 5 weeks of the regular season. And the game has a little bit of that feel. Every pitch, every at bat, just a little heightened sense of competitiveness.
Intensity, and there is tenseness.
Yes.
As Urquidy's yelling at our dugout, Jock Peterson is yelling at the umpire.
Umpires ejecting Peterson. 1-2 pitch. There's a bouncer. Shortstop. Backhand pick by Montgomery. And his throw is true. Nimmo retired. Well, sense too at one point that Urquidy and Elias Diaz might have had a little beef going there, as they got tense during that at bat where Diaz was hit on a 3-2 pitch. Ezekiel Duran now, and he takes strike one. Slider.
So far he's hit with 6 guys on base. So it's a very different at bat than his first 2.
He must feel very alone at the moment. He's driven in a run, 1 for 2, and he takes a strike. No balls, 2 strikes on Duran. .270 average with 14 home runs coming in. One of the adjustments, or the big adjustment that he made recently, Alex Cintrone, helping him kind of stay close to the pitcher, keep that front shoulder closed. And there's a foul off his foot.
We don't need Zeke getting hurt.
No.
He has been arguably the most valuable player for the Rangers this season. That one caught him on the top of the foot pretty darn good there.
Says he's fine. Chris Guccione restarts all the clocks. 1 out, nobody on. 4th inning. Schweitzer's 0-2. Man, that's fouled back. Well, you know, for the Rangers today, I'd mentioned earlier as we look at Rocker looking on it, he has a look of a guy who's done.
Well, I hear you, but I'm looking at the Rangers bullpen now. I don't know. I mean, Alstrom might be ready, so he's like, I don't need to throw anymore. But I don't know.
Okay. Well, I said earlier, and I probably should have stayed with it, don't want to jump the gun. The 1-2 pitch inside. 2-2. Don't want to take him out of the game yet if Skip doesn't want him out of the game. I mean, he was on the verge. He was in a little trouble. Boy, just a moment ago.
He reached down and get something, though. And
he did.
The fastball and the sliders to Mydroff. You know, and I don't want to shortchange him because right before that, too, to Colson Montgomery, he reached back and found something.
Back-to-back strikeouts with the bases loaded. The 3-2. And Duran swings and misses. 2 gone in the 4th.
Kind of a backdoor hard slider there. Cutter. Got by Duran.
So Evan Carter, he'll take inside. Carter 1 for 2.
He hit a ball down the line for that double. They do not believe lefty on lefty. He has a chance to hit the ball down the right field line.
It's fouled away.
The way they mow the outfield here, they almost mow it where the gap starts, where they stop mowing, kind of crossways. And you have Montgomery there pretty much in the gap in right center field.
That's in the air center field. Peters hardly has to move. And the Rangers for the first time tonight go in order in the 4th inning. Well, Rocker is up. Let's see what's going on. 5-2 the score. He's heading out for the fourth inning. (5-2) Rangers lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Rocker coming back out. Now the Rangers leading the White Sox early on here in this one. Big series. But how about those numbers? Since 2022, the Rangers are 21-8 against the White Sox. Easily the best record against any opponent.
It's a nice job by the Rangers, taking advantage of a team that I guess you could say was rebuilding during that time, and I think the surprise team in all of baseball has rebuilt quickly. In 2026 has a chance to get a bye in the playoffs.
Peters lifts this one in the air left field. Langford with plenty of time makes the catch, one away. So Rocker, as you mentioned, I think you've said it well, he really had to kind of dig deep in those last two at bats. He struck out Montgomery on the slider, eventually got Mydroth, and there were some moments, there was a fastball where you could tell he emptied. He gave every single thing he had on the fastball. He got that slider to bite a few times. Got through the inning and now back out again. And he jumps ahead of Drew Romo, 0-1.
Nice break on that slider. And maybe that digging deep. Now, who knows, at 65 pitches here coming up. But he might have found the release point.
Oh, time called here. Romo wants to take a second. And that was nice. The rookie looking out to Rocker as if to say, like, just acknowledge him. Thank you. I just wanted a moment. One strike pitch. And the dirt. Just a little bit there for Romo. Acknowledging the opposing pitcher. That's old school, because back in the day, if you did something like that, you could expect the next one in your ribs. 1-1. We don't really operate the same ways today.
No.
But I think guys are still, they're still a little bit hip to it, sensitive to it.
That was number 34 for the Rangers. I don't think you would have just looked up there and said, hey, I'm sorry. You probably would have been like, please.
You would just gird for it because you knew it was coming. That is foul. Wow. Just did twist foul. Man.
How much side spin did this ball have?
All of it.
How that ball spun that much to land fair and then to go foul by the time it got to the base.
Lester Seau right on top of it. 1-2 the count on Romo. 24-year-old switch hitting rookie. Bounces it right side of the infield, and an easy play for Freeman. 2 gone in the fourth inning. We shrink up a moment here for Globe Life.
I do think about my family's future. That's what I trust Globe Life. They've been helping families for more than 125 years. Globe Life. Make tomorrow better.
All right, 2 away. Sam Antonacci. 0 for 2 today. Steps in. Rocker's retired 4 in a row. And he misses upstairs with ball 1. That is the longest stretch of consecutive outs for Rocker tonight. And I would gather it's the longest stretch for any pitcher tonight. Which gives you a little idea of what we've been watching here. 5-2 in the fourth inning.
2 quick outs and then 2-0 count.
Also, by the way, 3rd time through this lineup. There's a strike. Not an unreasonable pitch count. He did have to work a lot there in the 3rd. The righty's 2-1. And that's way outside. So you can see third time through the lineup for Rocker, yielding a 176 batting average. And that's fourth lowest among major league starters. He's been really good third time through. That's a strike, full count.
It's very impressive.
And encouraging. I mean, that's a real key for a starting pitcher.
You also think of guys that sometimes are really good third time through as having almost like a 5 or 6 pitch mix too.
3-2, and he strikes out. Ananachi. A 1-2-3 fourth inning for Rocker. He came back out, faced 3 straight hitters from the left side, and got him an order. It's 5-2.
Back here at Rate Field, I'm above a section called the patio, and guys, below me, Nicky Lopez has a collection of about 40 friends and family members gathered to welcome him back to Chicago, many of whom are also members of the 16-inch softball league here in the area. Now, 16-inch softball, it's different than traditional softball. One, it's played with a bigger ball. It's also traditionally played without any gloves, and most importantly, Nicky's dad, Bob, is a member of their Hall of Fame, and it's a really big deal here in Chicago. So there's a lot of Lopez family history tied up in this tradition, which I'll get more into tomorrow on Rangers Game Day. So make sure you guys tune in at 6 p.m. Central for the full story.
Okay, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
Interested, and hopefully our truck works and we can see it all tomorrow.
Well, Jake Berger starting things off for the 5th inning here against Schweitzer, who was good last inning, and Berger pops this one over to the right side, foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake has walked and struck out. Was feeling pretty good today about a tremendous day yesterday. Down syndrome awareness day, and the Rangers and Jake did such a great job yesterday. And I was talking to him today about it, and one of the things that just seemed to tickle him no end was all the people who came out to see a game who maybe hadn't been out to a game before, right? A lot of folks brought their kids, their relatives, whatever, who had Down syndrome, to be together and celebrate the day and take in a game, and he just got the glad hand and see so many folks. It was a really special day. And it was also special that Jake played in that game, because there was, let's face it, some concern after being hit the night before.
It was a scary moment, and being back here in Chicago where it started for Berger.
Oh boy, that one is crushed deep out to center. Back goes Peters at the wall. It's gone, and Berger homers in a homecoming to the south side of Chicago. 22nd long ball of the year. And he adds to that Rangers lead at 6-2.
Well, he knows this ballpark, and on contact, he launched this one and immediately knew it. He admired it. Beautiful follow through. And that one is crushed to dead center, and the Rangers add a 6th run in this game.
Well, this is an offensive explosion. I was mentioning yesterday, and a little pop quiz for you, Mike, just to get a sense. They're feeling pretty good right now in that dugout. Diaz now batting. 1-0. Rangers yesterday got the win in that finale against the Angels, 5-3. How many times in the last 25 games have the Rangers scored more than 5 runs in a game?
Man, I was watching the game when you said this.
This one lined out to left.
This just shows you how good my memory is, Dave, as I forget the answer, but I want to say you said 1 or 2.
1. Today is the 2nd time now in a 26 game stretch. 2nd time that they have scored more than 5 runs in a game. So that was a big home run there by Jake. Diaz flies out, and now here's Cody Freeman.
coming back to Chicago, and just the people up here, the people that are workers here, you can't find a person to say a bad word. In fact, they just love Jake Burger and the person that they got to know in his short time in the major leagues here.
Yeah, he made an impression here. Traded to Miami, where he made an impression on his manager, Skip Schumacher, who was very happy to be reunited with him in Texas. Bouncer goes foul by Freeman. 0-2 the count. Cody 1 for 2 today. He has scored a run. 6 runs on 7 hits, Mike. 6, 7.
Who knows?
I like to do that because you get excited every time. The 0-2 fly ball out to center. Peters comes in, and that is the second out of the inning.
I never knew until that thing came into fashion, as it took me a long time, and probably you too, to figure that out. But we do say 6-7 a lot, don't we?
Well, I mean, you mean just by yeah, you would have never thought of it.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, we do the handshake thing a lot, up and down,
because it comes up, right?
Yeah.
A guy's height, whatever the case, the score. Here's Foscue, and he'll watch one upstairs. Foscue's second at bat of the night. Popped out in the 3rd inning. And he lines that one out over 3rd. That will head into the left field corner. Foscue has extra bases, a 2-out double.
Nice job by Foscue. He gets a person he loves to hit against, a left-hander, and gets a fastball on the outer part of the plate and drills it into that left field corner, and easily gets a stand-up double and gives Corey Seager a chance to knock him in.
Now Seager fights one off to the left side. Foul for strike 1. He's 2 for 3 tonight. We talked about him at the open of the broadcast today. Seager's return has been a real positive, and he sends that one out to right center field, and that one splits the outfielders and just stops. A double for Seager, his second of the night, and it scores Foscue with 2 outs. Rangers up 7-2.
Well, my guy Corey Seager, before the game I said I want him up in big situations. This one with 2 outs, runner on second base, and that is not an easy pitch to hit, lefty on lefty, about letter high. Montgomery stops it with his glove, but an easy stand-up double RBI for Seager.
Well, he is 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run scored, and Langford gets another opportunity here. Wyatt has a hit in 2 tries. He's also walked and scored.
I love these add-on runs too.
And they're big on a night where it just feels like a weird night. Line foul, 0-2.
The other thing too is Latz has thrown 3 out of 4 days.
Yeah.
Now at least I didn't hear anything unless you heard something. We don't know about Latz's availability tonight, but you'd love it to keep maybe a big enough lead where you could win this game and not pitch Latz.
Yeah. Yep. There's a swing and a miss, and Langford strikes out to end the inning, but the Rangers add 2 more runs. A Jake Burger bomb to center, and Corey Seager another double, good for an RBI, and the Rangers have opened up a 7-2 lead.
The Bases Loaded Bundle has your game day essentials covered. Get tickets, parking, and ballpark credit all bundled up into one purchase. You get your savings starting at 18%. Visit Rangers.com/Bases Loaded Bundle to purchase today. That bundle makes a lot of sense on a game where the Rangers have had the bases loaded a few times.
Indeed. Rocker comes out now in the 5th inning, up 7-2, and he'll get Murakami, Vargas, and Benintendi. Trying to take the opener of this series.
First pitch strike. Cutter. Good quality first pitch. Murakami fouls it off of his shin foot area. You'd honestly love the same result he got in the 3rd inning. He got a 1-hopper. It wasn't an easy play. It ended up being a base hit to Berger at first. But you'd love to get another ball on the ground from Murakami, who's obviously trying to lift the ball. Diaz playing in the dirt. It's time to play baseball, Diaz.
Well, he comes right back to catch the strike there. Frame it well. 0-2 on Murakami. 29 home runs this year. What an easy transition it has appeared to be for Murakami, coming over from Japan. And it's not uncommon to see great players from Japan come over, or for Korea, and maybe take a year to adjust. But he took to it really well. He swings and misses here, and that strikeout begins the 5th inning.
All-State good hands replay. Kumar Rocker with the backdoor slider here against the lefty. Perfect location. And boy, has Rocker found a groove with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 3rd inning. That is his 7th strikeout of the game. And he has struck out, is that 4 out of the last 6 hitters?
Yeah. Bouncing ball, left side of the infield. Scooped up by Duran. Good throw. 2 away. So Kumar now absolutely on his best stretch of the night.
I'm so excited for the way that he has battled in this game and just getting better as it goes. And we'll see here another kind of moment here. Can he get ahead after getting 2 quick outs? No, the last one is because he got 2-0 after this. Ended up getting Ananachi to strike out, but sometimes you get 2 quick outs and you find yourself in a 2-0 count, kind of going, oh man, I'm about to get through this inning.
1-1. As Diaz takes that one off the face mask. Two outs, nobody on. Rocker has set down 7 straight. He's in a rhythm. The righty's 1-1. A swing and a miss. Strike 2.
That slider, after the first, I'll say 2.5 innings for him, where he really did not have the break to it, the sharpness to it, he has found that pitch as the game's gone along.
When he had to really dig deep to get through that 3rd, it's like he started to finish the pitch. And there was another good slider. Popped up. 3rd base side. Duran is there, and it's another 1-2-3. 8 straight. Turned back by Kumar Rocker. He seems to have found a groove. And the Rangers working with a 7-2 lead. Well, back here on the south side of Chicago at Toddlin Town, Rangers up 7-2. Kumar Rocker has just done a brilliant job here, especially in these last couple of innings. Huascar Brazoban is the new pitcher for the White Sox.
55 games so far with the Mets and White Sox. 3.06 ERA, 190 batting average against. And he might enjoy deep dish pizza here in Chicago because he's not from Chicago. And
yes.
I found out from Matt Hicks today,
yes.
Literally everybody who has come from Chicago, born and raised, none of them
Not a one.
0%.
0 people.
Like deep dish pizza or eat it.
Yep.
And I found that very interesting from him.
Yep. It's exclusively for visitors.
Now there's a zillion restaurants that serve deep dish pizza, and if they ever don't get people to show up from other parts of the United States or the world, they don't sell any pizza.
Yeah, apparently you've got to show your ID that you're out of state to enjoy Chicago-style deep dish pizza here. Hey, listen, you learn a lot of crazy things, especially when it comes to the culinary arts.
Guys, it came up because I was saying I wanted it, and then Hixie started shaming me for saying that I wanted deep dish pizza.
Because you're not from here, you're okay.
Fine.
As far as if I'm understanding Laura Hixie correctly, it's okay for you to get it.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't grow up here.
Well, he kind of said it with that, like, well, you only want it because you're not from here, you know?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
It was derogatory.
You're exactly right.
Laura, I think
it's it's a little bit what's the word? It's just very pedestrian. It's very touristy to come here and eat deep dish pizza. Boy, you got taken. You fell for it.
Called ball.
All right, we've got an ABS challenge. It was called a ball. Romo had been playing a hot hand, but they are done now. That's his second miss. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. White Sox out of challenges now.
I'll say I have ordered deep dish pizza coming to Chicago over the years. And what's great about all the people that are working there, and I'm assuming they're from Chicago, they have not shamed me once for ordering that.
No, they love you for coming.
Yeah, they seem very excited that we order it. Maybe they have too much of it. Like, finally.
Yeah. Sucker born every minute. Well, and it's the oddest part of it is that Hixie would somehow have an issue with Chicago-style deep dish, given how much he loves soup. because, you know, if anyone would have a complaint about the deep dish here, it could be that it's a little much that way.
It is heavy.
Hixie.
Yeah. He's not on the call right now.
Oh, man. We have fun at the Bard's room today with Hixie. There he is.
There he is. Anti-deep dish pizza man.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's not from here, so he can order it.
Yeah, but he wouldn't, and he doesn't.
He's like, oh, I'm like a local. I go to the local grocery store for my lunch.
Oh, dear. No balls, 2 strikes on Duran. And he'll take low. Brazoban got Nimmo to ground out. All right, that's enough pizza talk for today. Well, we promise more tomorrow. We get more insight from Hixie. He does like the Detroit style pizza, right? I think. That's up 2-2.
He is still upset with me, and I don't know when he's going to get over it. That I said that he might be the worst at picking meals.
Boy, you too.
He does not like it, and the good thing is when I know somebody doesn't like something I just keep digging at that wound.
Yeah. He showed a soft spot. 3-2, and Zeke takes ball 4. The Rangers have another base runner. Boy, they have applied pressure all night tonight. There's only 1 inning in which the Rangers have not scored, and that was in the 4th. Had 2 runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings today. Another run in the 2nd. Here's Evan Carter. Evan 1 for 3, had that run scoring double in the 1st inning. Say this about Hixie too. Nobody takes your grief and Jared's grief better than Hixie. I feel like I'm always there as Hixie's wingman to kind of protect him from you two. Guy's always bullying him. Such a good guy. Movie stars, we know. Major League 2.
You got to have fun on the road,
Yeah.
and you got to have fun with your friends.
Yeah, we're a tight little family.
Yep. And I consider Hicksy a friend that I don't want him to pick where we're eating lunch at.
Well, yeah, that's your job anyway. 1-1, runner going. Throw down to second, and that is in time. Duran gunned down, and he just didn't get a very good jump. And Romo really quick catch and release there as he throws out Duran. Third time he's been caught stealing this year.
Well, not a very good jump, and Brazoban got his leg up and down. He gave the high leg lift, but it was a quick leg lift and gave Romo plenty of time there. Is this where they did the
Pope night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
2-1, and that's bounced straight down. That was like a couple weeks ago.
What if Romo got his helmet painted like that?
Like the pontiff's hat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm honestly, those are waters I don't want to swim in.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
Here we go. There might be something going on here with Brazoban. Romo heading out there. So is Will Venable and one of the athletic trainers. You see Venable, by the way, wearing that big jacket with the hoodie, and just another, I guess, little reminder. I'm not saying it's cool here. It's just kind of wonderful here.
we'll see the follow through.
Oh, there's that.
It's
interesting.
With his glove. It's just,
Yeah, the
like,
glove side shoulder, right? So his left shoulder is what he looked like was bothering him, but who knows?
He doesn't have his glove on right now either.
So they talk it over.
Huh.
Vargas trying to add a little insight here to the proceedings from third base. A little smile on his face, so who knows what in the world's going on out there. And Brazoban will fire another one, just make sure everything's okay.
To your point of the weather, though, it is a little bit of a shock to your
is
system
an absolute shock.
when you're leaving 103 to 108 every day.
I mean, it's hard to. It's really hard to imagine that it's 30 degrees cooler here. 30 degrees.
I do feel like usually in August it's very humid here too.
I would agree with that.
Where it's only 87 to 90, but you're sweating a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's just unseasonably nice weather. We'll go from Chicago on this trip. Oh, Laura's tucked in.
The lovely Rangers clubhouse manager Brandon Boyd brought me this nice Rangers hoodie to keep me warm because
Is it that cool
like
down
you
there?
said, it's a shock to the system.
There's
a bit of a wind chill. It's died down a bit, but it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm quite comfy right now, but I get it because earlier today I definitely it was a little cooler. As Brazoban is apparently okay, and he runs that one inside. 3-2. There are some locals here who, as we mentioned, do not eat deep dish pizza, and they also kind of scoffed at the notion that any of us would be like cool or cold. I'm like, what do you? I mean, your reaction's a little funny, and we're like, yeah, it's 30 degrees colder. It's just that the body, the adjustment quickly. Tomorrow we'll probably feel warm, but the first day in, man, I mean, it definitely jams you up a little.
And on this trip, Milwaukee has similar weather right now.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So Carter draws a walk in. Berger the batter now, and he bounces this one wide of third base. Jake with that big home run last inning, straight away center field. Really impressive clout.
Oh, also, I'm sure it still hurts, but if you're wondering how sore the hit by pitch is, it's not that sore.
No, it's not. And this one lined out to center, and then that one is misplayed by Peters. Goes to the wall. Carter has great speed. He'll score. Berger trying for third, and they Carter crossed the plate before that final out was made. I haven't seen the indication yet, and here it is from our plate umpire. Yes, the run does count, an RBI for Berger, but he's out at third base trying to stretch a double into a triple. The Rangers, though, lead it 8-2. So 8-2. Rangers with the lead after that Berger double a moment ago. Tried to.
Another big 2-out hit. And that ball, it was a bad angle by Peters, but from our angle too, all of a sudden the ball, as it got towards the outfield, started shooting towards left field. It was where we're at. We're right behind home. It was a really weird line drive that all of a sudden started shooting to the left last second.
Yeah, I don't know if that replay quite did it justice.
What I'm wondering, and I'll never know, is was that ball knuckled off of the bat?
Oh.
And so all of a sudden that knuckle ball had it shoot left while it was in the air.
There's a ground ball down to first base. Berger has it. He will race to the bag. Is Rocker a little late getting off the mound? Montgomery retired, one away. And we have time here for Kia. Well, 9 straight turned back by Rocker. And Colson Montgomery will be the hitter.
This is going to sound weird, and I know some people are going, what are you talking about? This might be, and it's not over, this might be my favorite start from Rocker this year. Is the way that he has battled from the first few innings, kind of looking, I'm not sure what he has tonight, to now working in the 6th inning with 1 out. And this is where you see such growth from young pitchers, is when they're like, okay, I don't have it, but I'm going to keep fighting. I'm not going to give up on myself, and I'm going to find a way. And through the battle, he's found the slider in better fastball location.
Yeah, really impressive. A huge growth game for a guy. And the slider swung on and missed. 0-2. He struck out Montgomery both times today, once on a fastball, once on a slider. (8-2) Rangers lead. And the scoring has just been constant. Kamar's 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Montgomery again. Wow.
Kamar Rocker has found it, and then the slider, throwing it where has good downward break there, almost curveball like on that breaking pitch.
So 2 away. Mydroth will take inside. And there's a 90th pitch of the night for Rocker. Mydroth has struck out both times in today. Kamar's 1-0. That's tight.
Deep breath, not a bad time here. Yes, can Mydroth hit a home run? Yes, he can. But this is a good time to just grip a fastball. You can see Diaz saying, just let's throw it right down the middle here and see how far he can hit it.
Looks like we have another ABS challenge. Called a ball. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. It was a ball.
Calls confirmed catches has 1 remaining challenge.
So 3-0 to Mydroth. Rocker comes right back after him, and that one misses. Ball 4, and that is the 3rd walk that he has issued tonight. And that's also the first base runner for the White Sox since Braden Montgomery walked in the 3rd inning, and that'll do it for Rocker.
I'm not allowed to, but I want to give him a standing ovation for his battle and his heart tonight.
Well, you are not allowed to. No cheering in the press box. But the good news for you is you could eat deep dish pizza here in Chicago because you're a visitor. So Rocker is done. What a night. Excellent effort for Kumar Rocker, our All-State good hands replay today. Kumar Rocker in 2 starts against the White Sox. That's impressive. A 1.54 ERA against his first place club. So 8-2 Rangers lead. Rocker out of the game. Robbie Ahlstrom will take over now in the 6th. Tristan Peters, the hitter. And he will take strike 1. .35th appearance for Ahlstrom this year.
Not that he hasn't been getting work, but you could get some work as a left-hander against the White Sox.
Oh, a high fly ball out to right field. Nemo has space this time. He'll make the catch, and the inning is done. Well, Ahlstrom comes in, gets the 1 man he needed to get. And we will head to the 7th tonight with the Rangers up 6. Well, who's having fun tonight? 8-2 Rangers on top. 7th inning as they open this road trip in Chicago. 3 here on the south side against the White Sox, and then off to Milwaukee after an off day on Thursday. So hoping to continue to add on, but it'll be against Trevor Richards now in the 7th inning.
We're seeing a few guys with a couple teams pitching for the White Sox tonight. Philadelphia to start off, and now the White Sox.
Well, Richards, the 3rd reliever today for Chicago. Last inning, Brazoban, after a couple of walks, gave up a big double. But it was indeed that double that ended up getting him off the hook, as now we've got a loose baseball in center field. So Tristan Peters does some cleanup work. How's that guy get to keep the ball? Whoever lost it over the fence, shouldn't he get the ball back?
Is there a possibility that Peters threw his ball that he was warming up with, and they didn't catch it and he didn't notice? That's my assumption. Is one of the outfielders threw a ball and somebody didn't catch it.
Okay.
Somebody just
it's pretty good.
Dikembe Mutombo'd it back onto the field.
Yeah. Or maybe they took out a bat, tried to hit it back. Thought it was a pitch.
Bat nights are not good ideas in Chicago.
I don't know that you needed to say in Chicago. It could be anywhere, really. It's probably a pretty poor idea. I have a bat to this day. Maybe I've told you this before, but I was a kid and I had an aunt who lived in Atlanta. And one summer I went down and I got to go to a Braves game at Old Fulton County Stadium, and it was a bat day. Oh my goodness. So cool. This bat, I still own it. That's high. 2-2. It's not fully regulation, but I don't know, it's probably 26 inches long. I mean, it's a good sized bat. Ooh, breaking ball in there. Strike 3 called. Diaz down looking. 1 away. I mean, it was, I couldn't believe that we got those even then, right? A little more innocent time. I remember thinking, like, wow, whatever, 10,000 of these bats in this stadium. Somebody could get whacked.
True.
I mean,
was it a Dale Murphy? Did it have a player's name on it?
I don't think it had a player's name
just
on
like
it.
Louisville Slugger? Or?
It was Louisville Slugger. It was black with like silver, whatever, etching on it.
Okay.
It said Atlanta Braves on the end. I still have it somewhere. Here's Freeman, and since then, I don't think I've ever seen a bat day where they give away a bat with that kind of heft. Like, if you have a bat day now, it's one of those, you know, little
plastic.
Yeah, or those souvenir bats that are like maybe 11 inches long and weigh 2 ounces. Balsa wood or something. 2-0 on Freeman. Because this thing, you could play with it in the backyard and everything. Richards deals, and that's a strike. Caught the corner.
I guess now I'm remembering I did a while back when Beltre played for the Rangers. There was like wiffle ball bat.
Okay.
That they gave away, I'm pretty sure.
Those can hurt too, boy. You can almost worse. 2-1. That's fouled away. The thing about those is, like, you don't think they're going to hurt you, but as a kid, because you're like, oh, it's a light little bat. And then you whip somebody with one of those things. Oh, boy. That's where the injuries came from, playing wiffle ball. Somebody would whack you with the bat. 2-2.
Well, we did play a little wiffle ball in the backyard when I was a kid, and I thought my father was going to kill me because we were playing with a metal bat, but wiffle ball, and my little sister was the catcher. And I hit the ball and didn't realize I threw the bat backwards to run to first base, and my sister went to the dentist.
Freeman to the left side for a base hit, his second hit of the game.
Sorry, Sarah. Good hit, Cody. Oh, nice job on the off-speed pitch, bottom of the zone. As Cody Freeman came up and helped the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, I mean, 2 hits today. That's been great. But man, his defensive work the last week or so now, wherever they have put him, has been so big. This one popped up foul back behind the plate. Holy smokes.
We got it.
Hey, I didn't think that was coming all the way in here. Get over here.
I thought it had a chance. That's why I can't see it, so I got out of the way.
Hey, good work.
We got a baseball.
That was straight up and down. Oh, hey, hang on there, meat. We got a play coming. All right, fouled off. Is this safe?
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh, here, the kid's over here. All right, we got him. Boy, they were wearing White Sox unis, though. I should have maybe found a kid with a Rangers uniform on.
Well, that's a nice toss, though.
Pretty accurate, right?
Yeah. And I tell you what, it was just, to be honest, a little bit brave to toss a ball from down here to a little kid and make sure that he didn't accidentally misjudge it.
Well, yeah. There's a swing at a high fly ball. Left field. That one's just a little too high. Not going to carry out there. Antonacci. Will make the catch. Freeman tags up and moves to second. So Foscue, he had the double last time up and just got underneath that one.
Well, it ends up being productive. It caught Antonacci off guard. Now that we don't get replays tonight, just a reminder, we lost our replay. So if we're getting a replay, it's from the White Sox side. And Antonacci got a little bit surprised. Great job by Freeman tagging up. And now it gives Corey Seager a free base.
So how do you feel about that?
Him tagging and...
Yeah, because it takes the bat out of Seager's hands.
Great play. You still got to second base. You got in scoring position. You put the pressure on the White Sox. Hey, you want to pitch to Seager with a runner on second, or do you want to walk him? But now there's 2 guys on. I'll take 2 guys on with Langford. What are your thoughts on it?
I just know that sometimes, depending on how teams are going, you might not want to do something like that. There's a pop-up. First baseline, and Murakami makes the catch. I had no problems with it, really, especially in an 8-2 game. But there might have been other days where you'd say, hey, I'd just as soon have Corey swinging.
Run back to first.
So no, back. Steal first. 8-2. Well, they enjoyed the 7th inning stretch, and now the last of the 7th. here in Chicago. Robbie Alstrom came in to get the final out last inning. Returns in the 7th. Rangers again in action today on a Monday. They're trying to get the opener of this series. They came in tied with Houston atop the West Division, and Houston has a day off today. So the Rangers, if they can hold on here, they would own first place in the American League West. And currently also hold the final wild card spot in the American League. Drew Romo 1 for 2 today.
I know you told me not to do this.
Okay.
But I did look yesterday at the Astros schedule, and it is a tough schedule.
It is. They have a very difficult road ahead of them. Now 0-2. Alstrom thought maybe he had it there. 1-2 the count. You can, get a little too much into that stuff.
For sure.
Just like we experienced on the last road trip. The Rangers struggled on a road trip where you figured they would have great success. It's high. So, look, you just want to worry about what's right in front of you at that moment. But yes, it is true. Now, the other side of that, the Seattle Mariners, by a lot of measures, look as if they have the easiest schedule remaining in baseball.
And they've had some momentum games, momentum wins lately.
Yeah.
Called up Cade Anderson, their first-round pick a year ago. Their strength of schedule. Okay. Well,
It's interesting. The Rangers, according to, if you're looking at just winning percentage of their opponents, they have a tougher schedule than Houston.
okay.
2-2. In the air, right field. Nemo back a couple of steps, and Romo retired. Well, let's share the stage here for a moment with Spectrum.
Spectrum Internet, the most reliable internet you can count on.
And one down, and here is Sam Antonacci, 0 for 3. 8-2. Rangers 8 runs on 11 hits. And Alstrom put strike one right in there on Antonacci.
Well, as we're talking standings and where we're at, and the White Sox, a division leader, Rangers could have that sole possession of a division lead at the end of this game. I guess I didn't think about it till now, is this White Sox series, there could be a tiebreaker situation where if you win this division and you were to tie, let's just say the White Sox, you might get a bye and not even have to play in the wild card round. I mean, the Central or the West, one of them gets a bye.
Yep, that is true.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what the Rays, Yankees, and Red Sox records are. Only one of them gets a bye.
Yeah. Here's a bouncer up the middle, and Seager is right there. He throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. Yeah, that's a really good point. It's funny because it just swings back and forth so wildly. That would have been the furthest really from my list of, I don't know, concerns is not the right word, even considerations. But you're right. You're absolutely right.
This could be a preview of the divisional round. Or I guess a wild card round too.
Yeah. Also possible. That's just it, really. I mean, so much is going to be decided in these last 5 weeks. It's just such a mess of teams. Murakami 1 for 3, and he hammers that foul and out of play.
That is the lift the ball swing.
Yeah. Well, and that's what makes him dangerous.
He is representing all the shoe companies with his gear tonight. He has the New Balance shoes, the Mizuno batting gloves, and the Jordan handguard.
Okay. Smart.
Open for business.
And strike 3. Oh, Murakami strikes out again, third time tonight. Ahlstrom faces 4, retires 4, and we go to the 8th inning. It's 8-2. All right, it's 8-2. The Rangers will be happy to add on. They have scored in all but 2 innings so far here tonight. It is Nemo, Duran, and Carter due up. Just a wild game today. All sorts of, I guess, unique plays and moments that conspired really early to get this game a little bit off the rails. And the ejection early, Nemo with that home run saving catch in the first inning. And in terms of momentum shifters, that might have been the play of the day.
I'm with you on that one. You know, another one, as we see the big moments, another small moment was Zeke hustling out of the box on a double play that would have ended an inning with no runs.
That was the first inning. Yeah, ended up scoring 2. And if he is, gosh, I don't know how much of a second, very small portion.
How about just that 0.2 of a second of frustration that you hit a ground ball in that situation, and then you're like, I got to run hard. Well, it's too late now.
A swinging strikeout of Nemo, 1 out in the 8th inning. Yep, you're right. That hustle down the line, because it was a very close play. It prevented the double play, which would have ended the inning, and meant that the run counted, and then they would score another run on the double that inning by Carter, a 2-run first inning. There's a strike to Duran. I misspoke earlier tonight. I was talking about his 9. I said that he had driven in a run. He's driven in 2 runs today. And in both cases, it was on ground balls, and in both cases, ground balls that did not get out of the infield. One was that fielder's choice we were just talking about, and then the other was an infield hit in the second inning.
I'll still believe, and I know that there'll be good arguments on the other side, but with 2 strikes, shortening up and just making contact, to me, is still the right approach for almost all big leaguers. There are certain guys that I understand not shortening up, but for 90% of big league players, they should shorten up and just become a really tough guy to get a swing and miss with 2 strikes. Now look, if you're consistently, I'll just throw a number out there, it's not perfect. If you're consistently a 40 home run hitter when you're healthy, you pop 40 home runs a year in 162 games, hey, go ahead.
Be that guy.
Take a big swing, and we'll live with strikeouts and you not shortening up and putting ball in play and putting pressure, because the RBI you're talking about, one of them that was a hit was a ground ball up the middle that Mydroff just lost his feet underneath them. That ended up being an RBI hit.
That ball blasted out to left center. That's down. Bounces up against the wall, and Duran tiptoes into second with a double. His second hit of the game. And his bat, I think he's made the proper adjustments. He's rolling again.
Well, this fastball leaks to the middle of the plate, and Zeke puts a beautiful swing on that. Great follow through. Finishes the swing, then gets out of the box and gets an easy double. Let's do this every game.
Yeah. I'm on board. Richards to the plate, and that is upstairs on Carter.
Used to tell my position players, just give me 8.
I'll make it stand up.
Yeah, preferably in the first 5 innings.
Here's a 1-0. And that's outside. Yeah, you feel pretty good about that then.
Yeah.
You get 8. Yeah, I got it.
Some guys could go to the mound and the best in the game say, just get me 1. I was like, you know what? If you want to add another number to that, I'm okay. As in another 1 next to it, 11.
11. You feel like you're, again, would you guarantee a win there?
By the team, yes. I feel like if you got me 11 before they took me out of the game, we're in pretty good shape.
Go Willie Joe Namath on that.
Next to the pool in a little swimsuit. Get me a nice margarita.
2-2, and that's down the left side, foul. By the way, a little intrigued, just looking at the out-of-town scoreboard every now and then between innings. It's an abbreviated schedule today. I don't get that on a Monday. That is high, full count. I feel like off days are usually like midweek. I guess Monday's
either
the day.
Monday or Thursday, right? I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
We've had a weird schedule this year with FIFA.
It's true. Pop up out into center field. Peters makes the catch. 2 away. Yeah, we had those weird off days in the middle of series. Sometimes we had a Friday off day in July. That was quite unusual, but there you go. A little look at what's going on out there. The Guardians, they've been playing well, man. They're on a little bit of a move right now, leading the Angels 1-0 third inning. But I think, as we all know, the Angels are dangerous.
Boy, and the Mariners with 5 and 2 innings off the Phillies there.
Yeah, well, and so that's a nice early advantage. But the Phillies right now, they got a little thing going too. Not a whole lot safe against them these days. 0-2 on Berger. Jake has driven in a couple today. And he takes ball 1. Berger just missed a triple his last time up. Got a double, drove in a run, but then was gunned down at third base. That ended the inning. And looks that foul. Really amazing recovery from that moment on Saturday when he was hit on the left wrist. Right on, I mean, there's a scar on his left wrist where he had surgery like a year ago. And the ball hit right on that scar, scared him a little bit, and it swole up very quickly that night. But it's remarkable how much better it looked today. He was showing me, and it's not bothering him right now. He feels like he's 100% as this wild pitch goes to the backstop and allows Duran third base.
I believe that's 2 times Richards has thrown a ball 55 feet or less.
Yeah, he laughs about it, but man, that was something.
Maybe he's setting up the high fastball. He really wanted to show him down.
Well, he showed him down all right. 2-2, and that one misses. Full count. He was ahead 0-2 in this. But now he's allowed Berger to find his way back.
Boy, how many times did the Rangers against Urquidy?
Yeah.
It felt like 0-2 quite a bit, but it ended up in a positive result for the Rangers.
Payoff, and it's popped foul. Yeah, that was a big part of the beginning of this game. Urquidy looked like he'd have an at-bat under control. The Rangers fouled him off so many times and then battled back in there. They forced him into 93 pitches in the first 3 innings. Berger watches ball 4, and that one gets away into the backstop, and Duran scores from third. Another wild pitch, and the Rangers lead it 9-2.
Well, this one bounces either on top of home or in front of home. Zeke reads it immediately well in front of home plate. Runs hard all the time, scores easy, and Berger takes his walk.
An offensive explosion tonight. Elias Diaz fouls that one into the mitt. Here's strike one. Diaz 0 for 3 was hit by a pitch earlier tonight. That made it a little tense around here for a moment. He and Urquidy looked like they were I don't know, sort of working their way through some tension.
I'm sure if we ask, we'll find out either tomorrow or later tonight if there has to be something between Urquidy and Diaz in their career that we just don't know about.
Oh, 2. So Richards again started a guy 0-2. Now deals ball 1. It's his second inning of work. He did toss a scoreless 7th. Has allowed a run here in the 8th. And it's becoming a long inning for him. Diaz gets underneath this one, but not going to carry for him. Out to Braden Montgomery in right field. And it ends the inning. The Rangers settle for the 1 run. Last of the 8th coming here at Wright Field in Chicago. This one all Rangers 9-2.
Led by Evan and Kaylin Carter, this year's pet calendar features players alongside service dogs and their personal pets. Proceeds benefit Patriot Paws Service Dogs, which provide service dogs at no cost to disabled American veterans. The price is $25 plus tax. Calendars are available at the Grand Slam Team store and rangers.com/pet calendar. Jordan Montgomery on for the Texas Rangers, and this could be a dream inning for Dave Raymond over there, as Jordan Montgomery is coming in and batting 3rd and 4th in this inning are Montgomery.
I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's got to be something, though.
Almost as good as Burger King facing each other.
Yeah, those were fun. Here is Vargas. The Bizarro Newman. 1 for 2 today with a walk. Montgomery's 1 strike pitch, and that's down the right field line, foul. 0-2. 9-2, Rangers on top. Now, the Rangers' high water mark for runs in a game this year is 10. Which is a little surprising to me.
Have they done it multiple times? Or?
Five times.
Okay,
yeah.
well, that's good. I was going to say, man, I hope we've scored double digits more than once.
Yeah. Downstairs. 1-2 the count.
In that case, I'm wondering this. If the Rangers have faced the least amount of position player pitchers this year. Because it has to be an 8-run lead.
Right.
For a manager to be able to do that.
Stays 1-2 on Vargas. Yeah. I guess that's certainly possible. They've faced a few.
But I bet a team like we're about to face, Milwaukee, they've probably faced quite a few.
Yeah. Yep. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Vargas pulls it down to third base. Long throw for Duran, but he's got a great arm. And 1 away. Now, I heard somebody suggesting the other day about the position player pitching. So it happens with some frequency these days.
Right.
That, you know, it's not unthinkable that could be the difference in a bat or two against a position player. It could be the difference in a batting title, home run championship, you know, RBI title. I mean, those are, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it
they count.
Is what it is.
I don't know how many, let's just say, Babe Ruth, Roger Maris hit off of a position player, and
not many.
And then back then too, they wouldn't lob the ball either. I don't know what year that happened where the team said you have to lob it, never throw the ball.
Well, no one ever said that.
Yes, they do.
Fly ball to right field. No one ever said you have to lob it, don't ever throw it. Come on. You love to exaggerate. Listen to you.
Okay. I will ask tomorrow, like Skip Schumacher or Will Venable, if they tell the position players when they come in now, you cannot throw the ball hard. You have to lob it in there.
All right. If indeed that is the way that everybody goes about it, in other words, under those strict instructions, I would suggest it may have started with Jose Canseco as a Ranger throwing out his arm.
True.
In a mop-up spot. I mean, that was one of the real bummers of that kind of behavior, right? When you just bring the guy in to mop up a terrible game, you don't want a Jose Canseco throwing out his arm.
True.
So
but I do feel like that was 94-ish when that happened. I do feel like guys kept coming in. They weren't trying to throw their best stuff from high school, but they were at least throwing the ball, let's say 75 to 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And now it's, I don't know, the other day I think I saw somebody that was able to lob it in there at like 43.
Pretty good. Oh, hey, it's Montgomery versus Montgomery.
Oh.
0-2. Oh, and he got him. Montgomery beat Montgomery. And the inning is over. Great job, Jordan. A 1-2-3. 8th inning, 9th inning coming up in this one. All Rangers, they're up 9-2. So Rangers lead by 7 as we go to the 9th inning in this one. And I was just thinking, Mike, 10, 16, how many pitches have the Rangers seen so far tonight?
It's a lot of math. I know that.
196 pitches so far. 196 pitches.
Pretty sure the Rangers are going to see over 200.
Man. Pretty sure about that then. You have made some.
There was a possibility, but I just won that one.
1-0 to Freeman. And it's 2-0.
I feel like I do need to get this in because
Go ahead.
A very important person texted me during this game, but I wasn't looking at my phone at the right time. And it's former Rangers radio broadcaster, better well known as one of the greatest football radio broadcasters.
Brad Sham?
Brad Sham.
What?
He is texting me and he was saying he's from Chicago, loves deep dish pizza.
Okay. Do tell him he's not allowed to eat it. This one lined out to left field. And Antonacci makes the catch. Freeman retired, one away.
So
he's got to be disappointed then to learn that news today that he can't come to Chicago to eat deep dish.
He's the one guy, I guess. Dixie didn't talk to Brad Sham. I think in the history of Rangers baseball, I don't think many people know that Brad Sham was a radio broadcaster for the Texas Rangers.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good deep cut, Mike, that you dropped out there today. Doing your homework. I love it. And if you ever wondered, really, Brad's from Chicago? Check out his what do you call it? His Twitter
feed?
Yeah, whatever. Timeline. His Twitter timeline.
Okay.
It's a lot of Cub stuff. A lot of Cub stuff. 1-1. Bosque down the right side, and that twists away foul. Yeah. Big fan of PCA. You know.
He also did tell me Laura's hit on the 16-inch
softball.
That is a huge thing here growing up.
So you know it's funny.
Huge thing.
Yeah, I saw a picture of a 16-inch softball, and I think I've played that as well. I didn't know that it was all that different per se, but yeah, that's interesting that it's as regional a thing as it may be.
It didn't make it down to Dallas, Texas.
No, it's kind of like Hoover ball in Iowa. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
I've heard of Hoosier ball in Indiana.
Yeah, that's a big thing too. Hoover ball. President Hoover, it was this game. It was like volleyball, but with almost like a medicine ball.
Okay.
So I guess you would like catch it and then chuck it back over the net, and back and forth you go. I don't know how athletic you had to be, and like what the game really looked like, but there are people in Iowa who play the old Hoover ball still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you run after you catch it? Do you have to throw it from where you caught it from?
Well, I've never played. I lived there 5 years. There's a bouncer shortstop, and Montgomery is there. And he throws out Foscue, 2 away. Yeah, I never played it, so I don't really know what the rules are. Nicky Lopez will bat here for Seager with a 9-2 score. Skip Schumacher thinking better of putting Seager in any harm's way. Might as well get Lopez in at bat here. And he will pop it up. Foul territory, third base side, and just beyond Romo's reach. Any chance that Brad Sham was watching tonight because he heard Romo was playing? Was that?
I don't know, and I don't know this either. Is he in Oxnard, California, or is he back home?
Brad?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I got back last night from what I hear.
Nicky Lopez takes a ball, 1-1. Another Chicagoan, Nicky Lopez. We'll have to ask him about the deep dish controversy tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he lines that out towards center field. Peters comes on. He can't get to it. And Lopez gets a 9th inning single. And you can hear some cheers from the fans here.
Oh, nice job of hitting. Tough pitch. Lobs it into center field.
Not Langford.
Did hear quite a bit of fantasy football talk from the boys.
Oh boy, that ball smashed high and deep left field. That is a soaring blast. It is gone. Langford with a 2-run homer in the 9th, and the Rangers hit a season high in runs scored. It is 11-2.
That was some serious launch angle. Wyatt Langford with cherries on top of the cake tonight for the Rangers. And that is a man with a lot of power. I don't know if you can hit the ball that high and still hit it that far.
What do you mean too high? It's gone.
It's out of here.
And so is Richards. He's done as the White Sox go to the pin again, 11-2. Hey, we are pretty excited about this at Rangers Sports Network. Congratulations to Patrick Modrowski, coordinating producer, winning Live Sports Producer Emmy tonight at the Lone Star Emmys. Great job by Patrick, who produced that little segment right there. Appreciate him putting that up and telling us to come back and say nice things about it.
Congratulations, Patrick. That is awesome.
Mark Vittorio, our director, and to sneak that in under Patrick's less than watchful eye in this 11-2 game.
What was amazing is Acuna got 8 pitches to warm up to do this.
Yeah, a little bit silly. Ground ball to Montgomery, and Nimmo retired. That ends the 9th inning, but a position player pitching. So the Rangers add that to the list. They have 11 runs, a season high tonight as we go to the bottom of the 9th. 11-2 Rangers rolling tonight as we've hit the bottom of the 9th inning. Lopez stays in the game at shortstop after hitting for Seager. Montgomery will give the Rangers a second inning in relief.
We had to face the other Montgomery.
Yeah, once he got Braden Montgomery, I think it is a rule you have to stay in to face Colson Montgomery, and Jordan Montgomery gets that one in there for strike one. 11 runs, 14 hits for the Rangers, 2 runs, 5 hits for the White Sox.
If this game goes extras, Dave, the Rangers have lost their designated hitter.
Yeah, I was just going to say there are other defensive changes worth noting, because that's to your point, Foscue is now playing second base. Freeman moved to third and Duran moved out into right field. So yeah, no DH. There you go. Took me a second to key that in. The 0-2, that is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Multitasking up here. I have been informed, by the way, by our producer Patrick Modrowski, tonight's broadcast will not be nominated for an Emmy. The 1-2, and that is popped up third base side. Diaz and Freeman on the run, and Freeman makes the catch. And once again, Montgomery has gotten Montgomery. 1 away.
Montgomery's are 0 for 2 off Montgomery. Nice job by Freeman, hustling over, making a play, calling it, and slowing down right before he gets to the White Sox dugout. And that replay brought to you by the Chicago White Sox, because Patrick didn't get to do anything tonight.
Well, he did something. I can't pretend to know. But when it comes to replays,
he was looking at green screens.
Yeah, well, again, a little reboot probably fixes everything.
Will it work tomorrow?
Well, you got to tune in to find out. Mydroth will take low, ball 1.
It's like a Batman episode.
I'm excited. I might not be able to sleep tonight. Mydroth 0 for 2 of the walk. Montgomery gets him to bounce that one weakly foul.
I'm going to ask you a question I don't have the answer to.
Okay.
When was the first ever replay, like instant replay, in a sporting event or a baseball game?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when that would have been.
It must have been really shocking to the audience, right? They were like, they did it again!
I think it was immediately very popular, right? Immediately people were like, oh, I think I can get behind this idea. Take a closer look. Yeah. And I don't know, it'd be interesting what viewers felt like tonight, because we didn't have, I mean, I don't know, Patrick would have a better idea. Maybe he can whisper it in my left ear, like how many replays we would generally have on a given night versus how many we had tonight, because the replay machines were down. 2-2. And that one is on the ground, second base. Foscue has it. 2 away.
Well, you know, I've used AI before this year, Dave.
Oh.
At one point, it told me that somebody's dad was had a totally different name.
Yeah.
He was a junior.
Yeah.
So let's trust this one here.
Okay.
On December 7th, 1963, CBS Sports broadcast of the Army-Navy college football game. They had an instant replay.
Wow.
I have no clue if that's true or not, but I said it.
Yeah. So it's true now. Peters swings and misses at strike 1. Montgomery trying to make it 6 straight to wrap up this one today. You wouldn't know it by the score, but the first 3-4 innings of this game were wild, and it was really tight. Rangers took control, though, and winning a laugher, the most runs they've scored in a game this year.
Yeah, the first 3 innings, a lot of action.
Man.
By the way, the first replay system was a 1,200-pound videotape machine.
Swing and a miss, and Peters strikes out to finish the game.
What a great game from the Rangers. From start to finish, they carried over the 5 runs and then hit 11 runs tonight, led by Jake Berger. Boy, and Kumar Rocker, one of my favorite starts of his career so far tonight.
Yep, and maybe we'll discuss that a little bit more in length later on, but here are the updated standings in the American League West. The Astros were off tonight, so the Rangers, with that win, back to 500 and back on top of the division. A half-game lead over the second place Houston Astros. 11-2 our final score. Rangers win a laugher. We'll take a break. Come back and wrap it up for you here in a moment.